All right, welcome everyone to the Co-op Center for Sport and Wellness. We've got Canada West men's basketball set to tip off as the University of Lethbridge Pronghorns finish a two-game series here at home against the University of Calgary Dinos. Marty Wasita, Travis Grindle on the call. Thanks for tuning in wherever you might be watching around the world on Canada West TV. And Travis, we had, I'm going to call it a barn burner last night, opening game of the season for both teams, and it was Calgary holding on for a 92-87 victory. They led by 4 at the half and managed to hold on for the victory to start the season 1-0, the defending Canada West champions. And in a game that was very close, Travis, how do you break it down? What was the difference last night for the Dinos?
Well, you know, at the end of the game, they executed better than the Pronghorns over the final few minutes. And Pronghorns had momentum coming into that final little burst, prior to that little burst from Calgary. But no panic from Calgary whatsoever. They executed on the offensive end. They did a better job, I think, on the defensive end of just closing out on shooters, making it tough for the Horns. And at the end of the day, you know, they came away with a tight victory.
And a big difference at the free throw line, Travis. Calgary going 28 of 34, good for 82%. And the Horns were just 18 of 30, and in a game that close, you got to make your free throws.
Yeah, and that was evident early on, right? There was a lot of left points on the board by the Pronghorns, and Calgary, again, they didn't, at no point did Calgary panic. They just methodically went through their game. They stayed true to their game plan throughout the game, and the Pronghorns were playing catch-up the entire game, really, until that final 5 minutes. They got momentum, they got the lead, and Calgary just saw it through in the end.
Well, Calgary saw the likes of Nate Petro, Noah Wharton, Dylan Lutz all graduating. There's still the DNA of a championship winning team, and that was led by Daniel Bowmanis. He had 18 points last night, but they had 5 players in double digits. Martinez Sabalaskis with 14, but then some newcomers. Hayden Franson, a transfer from Cornell, had 17 points. I really liked the game from Eli Georgievic. Had 9 points, but he had 8 rebounds and 5 assists. Played the point for them and really directed the offense and got it set up in a lot of good places.
Yeah, it made smart plays throughout. I remember a couple of defensive possessions where he really kind of stood in and made it a big play. And that's what a championship DNA is next guy up a little bit, whether that's game to game or season to season, and the pedigree is there for sure.
Newcomer Dre Francis, a transfer from Toronto, Ontario, had 11 points, 8 rebounds, and Daniel Chijoke adding 12 points and 5 rebounds.
Yeah, and he's a freshman, so he really kind of stood out for us. He showed that he can go inside and outside. But it was Francis in that crucial possession down the stretch that he just backed his guy in, waited, took up a lot of space and put it in.
Yeah, 6'7", but probably 230, 240. He's a big boy. As for the Pronghorns, they were led by Kimani Pollard. Had 25 points, 8 of 22 shooting, 5 of 14 from beyond the arc. But again, 4-7 from the free throw line. Kimani, along with the rest of the Pronghorns, want to be a little more efficient today, I think.
Yeah, and it took Pollard a little bit of time to get going last night as well. It took the Horns a little bit of time to get going, and it really was solace, I think, off the bench that ignited the offense from the defensive end. He did some good things, really moved his feet, and then, the Dinos struggled keeping him out of the paint, and I think the Pronghorns, the rest of them, kind of realized, that's the MO here, and that's when Pollard kind of did some good things as well, but it was all to the basket, so we'll see if there's some adjustments the Pronghorns can make to make that a little bit more fluid.
Yeah, the Horns got a big lift off the bench from Bryce Solis, scoring 16 points. He was 5 of 10 from the field. And also Lou Dalil, 16 points, 7 rebounds, Travis. He's the kind of guy you show up and watch because you never know what he's going to do.
Yeah, I mean, for good and bad, Marty, and hopefully more good this year. And Lou is just still finding his form in Canada West. Former college player, transferred over last year to the Pronghorns, and he's just so live. I mean, he jumps out of the gym. I don't know I don't know. I can't think of another Pronghorn. Maybe Brandon Bryan in years past that can jump like he can, and it's amazing to watch.
He had that block. He spiked it under the basket right to the scorer's table, and it was an awesome sight. We're going to send things over to our public address announcer, Andrew Lee, to get you set up for this game. We'll have the anthem and lineups, and then Pronghorns basketball hosting the Dinos here on Canada West TV. All right, once again, to recap the starting lineups. First for the 1-0 Calgary Dinos, coached by Dan Van Oren in his 26th season wearing the white uniforms with red trim. Number 1, Eli Georgievic, second year, 6'8" guard from White Rock, BC. Number 8, Daniels Bomanis, second year, 6'3" guard from Itskile, Latvia. Number 12, Martinas Sabalauskis, fifth year, 6'8" forward from Vilnius, Lithuania. Number 15, Aiden Smith draws into the starting lineup. Fourth year, 6'5" guard from Cochrane, Alberta. Number 23, Dre Francis, fourth year, 6'7" forward from Toronto, Ontario. As Francis controls the tip. Pronghorns wearing their blue uniforms with white trim, coached by Kenny Otieno in his third season. In the starting lineup tonight, number 1, Brady Baines, fourth year, 6'3" guard from Raymond, Alberta. Number 3, Kamani Pollard, fifth year, 6'1" guard from Gardena, California. As late in the shot clock now, Bomanis driving from the free throw line, rises and hits.
Yeah, tough shot there, and Perez had a hand right in his grill too.
Joe Lemieux, number 4, second year, 6'6" forward from Edmonton. Number 6, Jackson Parrott, third year, 6'4" guard from Lethbridge. Turnover, Calgary on the push. Smith or Georgievic, who will head to the free throw line for 2 in the final started for the Pronghorns tonight. Number 7, Sebastian Perez, fourth year, 6'7" guard from Medicine Hat, Alberta.
Yeah, keys to the game, Marty. One of the things we're going to be looking for is turnovers, and tough start there for the Pronghorns as Parrott ill-advised pass.
It was something the Horns were good at last night, though, Travis. Just 9 turnovers in the contest. That foul was on Baines, his first team foul, number 1. As you said, Travis alluded to before the game, a slow start for the Horns. It was 18-14 Calgary after the first quarter. So, of course, they want a better start tonight as Georgievic makes 1 of 2. And here's the Calgary zone defense that gave the Pronghorns some trouble at times last night. Seemed to figure it out as the game went on. We got contact down low as Lemieux draws the foul on Aiden Smith, his first, team first.
Yeah, good job by Lemieux. As you said, drawing that foul. Smith just tied him up coming through the key.
Our officials tonight, Riley Carrison, Ryan Thompson, and Marla Van Gelder. Good look inside for Perez and a late whistle. So out of the inbounds play, Sebastian Perez heading to the free throw line.
Yeah, Francis rolled up on the back of his legs there, so late developing, but you gotta, same as a jump shooter, you gotta let the shooter come down.
So Perez shot just 41% from the free throw line last season. The Horns last night, 18 of 30.
Yeah.
Looking to improve here tonight from the line.
That form looked a little better. It was a bit of a roller coaster last year with Perez at the free throw line.
Makes 1 of 2.
Looks better too.
Yeah, the Horns are on the board, and with Perez playing just 12 minutes a game last year, he's going to get a lot more minutes this year if things are going well for the Horns. Pollard with a deflection, and Calgary retains possession, but the active hands of Kimani Pollard on display early. Sabalauskis to inbound to Bomanis.
Nice, good switch there by the Horns.
And now another whistle on the floor as Parrott draws the foul for the Horns, his first team foul, number 2. We'll see, but might be tightly called here tonight, Travis.
Yeah, a lot of whistles last night at various times as well, but Calgary's so deep, doesn't really affect them as much as it does the Horns.
Sabalauskis on the post, finding and cutting Smith on the baseline. Tough shot, rims out, and Lemieux controls. Lemieux gets a step around Francis, looking for the lob to Perez. Francis recovers for the steal.
I think the Pronghorns tried about 3 or 4 lobs last night too. Not a single one connected. I would add that to the practice plan going forward if I'm Kenny Otieno.
Sabalauskis again tried to post up, but Pollard strips. Pollard got a step on Sabalauskis, finds Lemieux cutting, burrowing. The hook shot too strong. Francis with the defensive rebound.
I admire Pollard trying to get his teammates involved, but he had a clear lane to the basket there on the left side.
Georgievic spins to the left hand, and Perez with a confident rebound for the Horns.
Yeah, nice board there by Perez. Still staying in that zone.
Parrott, he had a nice game last night, Travis. 10 points for him. Opens up his scoring account tonight with the take to the rack. We're all tied at 3.
Good take to the middle, Marty, of that zone for sure. He was off to a bit of a rough start with a foul and a turnover, so good to see him bounce back.
Francis trying to back down Perez. Goes to the scoop. Rims out. Georgievic got a hand on it, but Baines clears for the Horns into the front court. Parrott. Now Pollard with the mismatch on Francis. Drives and kicks. Parrott pulls up and bottoms for Jackson Parrott.
Yeah, confident play again by Parrott. Looking for his own shot a little bit. Something we wouldn't have saw last year for sure.
Yeah, now in his 3rd year, again in the starting lineup after playing not a terrible lot last year. Sabalaskas is 3 off the mark, rebounded by Lemieux. Pollard with the step, and he'll draw the shooting foul.
It's really, obviously, really difficult for any defender to stay in front of him, but some of the Calgary defenders are a little larger, not as quick-footed, and Pollard's just having a field day at this moment, getting into the lane.
Pollard is 79% free throw shooter on the season a year ago. Into the
Last
game now.
year? Yeah.
Go ahead, Travis.
Sorry, he was a 79% shooter last year is what I, yeah, okay.
Merjindra Dhaliwal into the game for Calgary, number 3, first-year guard. From Calgary, Alberta, also into the game, number 10, Hayden Franson, 4th year, 6'7" forward from American Fork, Utah, a transfer from Cornell in the Ivy League, as Pollard makes 1 of 2.
So he's a smart guy, you're saying?
Generally, you got to be to make those Ivy League schools. Sabalaskas now for Bomanis, trying to work against Pollard, and an offensive foul call.
Yeah, I mean, smart play by Pollard. He tried to sneak in there to get a steal, and Bomanis had to kind of hold him off with the other hand.
It's his 2nd personal. He's going to head to the bench and replaced by number 5, Beckett Johnson, 3rd year, 6'1" guard from Salmon Arm, BC. In for the Horns now, number 9, Bryce Solis, 4th year, 6'1" guard from Calgary, Alberta. Number 22, Carter Fry, 5th year, 6'6" forward from Nanaimo, BC. And number 5, Lou Dalil, 3rd year, 6'7" forward from Regina, Saskatchewan. Solis for 3, short, and battling for it. Comes away with Dinos basketball. 6 minutes left to go here in the opening quarter. Horns with a 6-3 lead. Sabalaskas pulls up, rattles it home. Martinez Sabalaskas averaged shade under 8 points a game last year. Brings the Dinos within 1. DeLille from the free throw line, too strong. Sabalaskas defensive rebound. Georgievic over for Johnson, attacking Carter Fry, and Beckett Johnson with the finish.
From the basketball factory, Salmon Arm.
Yeah, he didn't play last night, Travis, so he's on the board for the first time this season.
Maybe he's like Henderson for the women team.
Could be. Pollard with 3, rims out. Georgievic clears. Johnson fouled on the floor. Foul on Pollard, his first, team foul number 3. As Parrott will come into the game for Lemieux, and also coming in number 40, Parker Fleming for the Horns, 2nd year, 6'6" forward from Kelowna, BC.
One of the bigger lineups the Pronghorns can employ with both Fleming and DeLille out there.
Into the game for Calgary, number 13,
Fry.
Daniel Chijoke. We got another whistle. First year, 6'7" forward from Fort McMurray, Alberta. Impressed in his debut last night.
That's 2 fouls.
Yeah, Parrott with his 2nd. Team foul number 4, and Dhaliwal will head to the free throw line. It's 1 for 2 from the line last night. And that first one rims out. So Baines in, replacing Parrott. Dhaliwal splits the pair, and the Dinos take a 2-point lead. Solis now out to Baines. Dalil trying to get around Chijoke and draws the foul.
Yeah, Chijoke got his legs in there a little bit. Again, uber aggressive. They just need to kind of step off, use their height.
First foul on Chijoke. Now the Horns are in the bonus for the last 4:39 here.
Coach Van Horn stressing exactly what I was just saying.
And a good stroke there from Dalil. Dalil himself shot 66% from the free throw line last season. Makes a pair. His first points of the game, ties things up at 8. Solis getting a hand in there. Johnson kicks. Chijoke not shy, but first attempt rims out. Carter Fry out for Dhaliwal, or Dalil. Now Baines. Dhaliwal with the defensive play on Dalil forces a turnover on the Horns. That's 2 for the Pronghorns.
Yeah, not a bad pass. Just had a little too much English on it, I think, from Brady Baines off the wing. Really trying to establish Dalil on that low block. Something they did a little bit last night, but not a ton.
Dinos played a lot of zone defense last night. Johnson showing the quick first step out for Dhaliwal. His three-pointer is money. Dhaliwal with 4 points now, and that gives the Dinos an 3-point lead, 11-8. Baines probing the D to the free throw line, too strong. And Franson rebounds. Georgievic on the drive, got a step and draws the foul on Fleming. So Eli Georgievic will head to the free throw line. First foul on Fleming, and that's 5 team fouls now on the Horns as Pollard and Lemieux coming in for Fry and Fleming. Georgievic makes the first. A transfer from Long Beach State, Travis. Yeah. Saw Long Beach State play here in Lethbridge last year, part of the Western Slam.
So he was here.
He was.
Liked what he saw of Southern Alberta.
Lemieux. Baines now nice. Pollard. Eyebrow fake. And buries the 3. Pollard hit 5 3-pointers last night. His first one of the game here brings the Horns within 1. 2:55 left, first quarter. Johnson kicks. Chijoke. Spin move and the foul. Daniel Chijoke. Fine move inside.
His arms go on forever.
Dalil's first personal foul. Chijoke was 6 of 7 from the free throw line last night.
Utility guy, he can do it all. He's really showing he wants to shoot that 3-pointer, but can attack the basket. He's got size. It's a good find for sure for the Dinos.
Got the old-fashioned 3-point play. Dinos back up by 4, back into the zone defense. Skip pass, Solis looking baseline. Kicks it out for DeLille. Finds Pollard, open for three again. This one short. Chijoke clears. 15-11, Dinos ahead with 2:17 left to go here in the opening quarter. Johnson stolen by Baines. Pushing, attacking, and Dollywall got a piece.
We got to give that up. You have a 2-on-1.
Solis now for Lou DeLille, and he's fouled on the block as Alexander Vukovic into the game for the Dinos. The first-year 6'6" guard from Burnaby, BC, picks up his first personal.
Yeah, that's where I wish there was advantage in basketball, because DeLille had the seal and it was going to be a thunderous dunk more than anything.
And we want to see those.
And we want to see those thunderous dunks, Marty.
I'm all for thunderous dunks. DeLille, perfect from the line so far. Yeah. Brings the Horns back within two as we dip under 2 minutes to play in the opening quarter. Johnson lost his feet.
Trouble.
Solis on the deck. We'll have a jump ball, possession arrow in favor of the Pronghorns. Nice hustle from Bryce Solis there.
Yeah, how's that not a travel though? Wipe out, it's usually automatic.
Solis, Pollard, DeLille, Lemieux, and Baines on the floor right now for the Horns. Flashing, DeLille gathers and got to the other side. Nice composure from Lou.
His offensive game has improved immensely from last year.
All square at 15. DeLille with 6 points off the bench. And the bank is open on a Saturday.
Doesn't have
as Dollywall banks it in.
Doesn't have the same ring to it as it used to at this facility.
At the Co-op Center for Sport and Wellness, DeLille missed following it up, but Vukovic tipped it over to Johnson. Franson likes the three.
Yeah, that's a tough shot.
Yeah, that one off the back iron. Good box out from Baines.
Yeah, I love the expression of Coach Van Horn. Throws his arms in the air like, that's not a shot we want right now.
Horns doing a good job on the glass, Travis. No offensive rebounds so far for the Dinos. It's been one and done. Francis and Sadalauskas coming in, and Francis heading out, probably going to get a talking to.
Yeah, he is right now. You can see Coach Van Horn in his ear. There's a time and a place. Look at the score, he says.
Pollard going back to the line here with 56.1 seconds left in the opening quarter. Well, Travis, we wanted to see better free throw shooting tonight. So far we have from the Horns.
I think that's all they did in the morning shoot, Marty.
Pollard makes them both. He's got 6. The Horns down by 1. Team now 8 of 10 from the free throw line. Dollywall finds Sadalauskas. Now Francis on the baseline, battling against Perez. Kept the pivot foot. Works his way to a nice deuce.
Well, that's the game winner last night, Marty. Same kind of action.
Solis with a quick attack, and there's the whistle. So the Horns getting to the free throw line often here in the opening quarter.
Yeah, and again, great job by Solis to attack, but I think he left it short there. I'm not, if I was Coach Van Horn, I don't think I'd be happy with that foul.
Vukovic heading to the bench with his second personal, placed by Aiden Smith. Solis to the free throw line, where 71% last season, and he was a perfect 4 for 4 last night.
He was the only guy that was a perfect 4 for 4.
That is factually correct, Travis.
Yeah.
Stays perfect from the line so far this season as Pollard checks out, placed by Carter Fry for this last 34.1 seconds of the opening quarter. Johnson hands off to Sadalauskas, and lost the handle. Solis. 24 seconds left, about a 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock, so the Horns can wait. Get a good one. Perez, handoff for Solis. Tough spot, but he got to the paint and got it to go. Nice shot from Solis.
So
Gives the Horns a lead. 3 seconds left. Johnson speeds to the basket and got the whistle. So Beckett Johnson pushing the ball against the buzzer.
Maybe a whistle, maybe not.
It is a whistle, Travis.
That's a tough call.
We'll see how many tenths of a second they're going to put back on the clock.
There has to be some, right? Foul can't come after the whistle.
Yeah.
So we're going to add a tenth.
1/10. That foul on Solis was his first. Johnson played only just over 3 minutes a game last year, 13 contests. So another guy getting a shot with more minutes available for the Dinos. Didn't play last night, but he's played a lot here in the opening quarter.
That's exactly where I was going to go. They didn't play any last night and probably saw a solid 7 minutes here tonight.
Good if it goes. No, it isn't. 1.1 seconds. You can't really score.
Impossible to do that, but
yeah. I wanted it to manifest it just to go in, even though it wouldn't have counted. So, pretty good opening 10 minutes here. Back and forth contest. The Dinos led through most of the first half, but the Horns with a good push in the closing stages of the opening quarter. But the Dinos will take the 22-21 lead after 10 minutes.
Yeah, once again, the hustle plays from the Pronghorns, keeping them in this contest, and that's how they got back into it last night as well. They just were outworking the Dinos, and that's probably what they have to do. The Dinos being a touch bigger and stronger, and with that zone defense that they were employing and making it really hard for the Pronghorns last night. Pronghorns having a little more success. They're moving the ball laterally, a little more east-west to get that defense shifting a bit, then looking for the post up down low. And it's proven effective because the post has then kicked it back out, and the Pronghorns been able to enter the key, get something going towards the rim.
And where they've been getting their free throws, Travis, they've made 10 of 12, so a big improvement over last night. They're just 5 of 14 from the field. Only made 1 of 5 3-pointers, but the Dinos shooting 54% right now from the field, 7 of 13, 2 of 5 from beyond the arc, 6 of 9 from the free throw line. Just 2 turnovers for the Horns compared to 5 for the Dinos. And the rebounding is even Steven.
Yeah, and from those 5 turnovers that Calgary had, 6 points for the Pronghorns. And if you can get those live ball turnovers like we were talking about, Marty, and the Pronghorns are a fast team. They play a Southern Alberta style. Southern Alberta known for really pushing the basketball and playing at a fast pace. And good example there. If they can get live ball turnovers, get out in transition, it makes the game a lot easier.
It's the bench leading the way right now for Calgary. Merjindra Dhaliwal with 7 points off the bench. Beckett Johnson didn't play last night. He's got 4, and then Chijoki with 3. Their 3 leading scorers all coming off the bench. Kamani Pollard and Lou Dalil with 6 points apiece for the Horns, and all that damage really coming from the free throw line, as we spoke about for the Horns.
Coach Van Horn went to his bench early. I don't think he liked what he saw. There was a lot of standing around from that starting unit. And again, when you're as talented as they are, you can get away with it for a long time, but he didn't like what he saw, went to his bench early, and they had some success.
Also, the 2 fouls on Daniels Bowmanis made him go to Johnson early, who starts the second quarter, along with Dhaliwal, Smith, Francis, and Sabalaskas. Kick to Johnson, pulls up from the free throw line, and that's a nice looking stroke there from Beckett Johnson. Gives the Dinos a 3-point lead. Johnson now with 6 points off the bench. Pollard, Parrott, Lemieux, Fry, and Perez on the floor to start the second quarter for the Horns. Lemieux kicks it out. Reset here for Pollard. Off the screen. Found Parrott on the baseline, blocked. And Dhaliwal into the front court. Dials a 3-pointer in and out. Perez rebounds. Pollard from the free throw line, got it over Francis, a pretty good contest, but Pollard gets his second field goal of the night, 8 overall, and the Horns are down by 1 again. Some battling away from the ball. That'll be a personal foul on Joe Lemieux. Talked about it last night, Travis, coming back off of a red shirt for an injury last season. looking strong.
Yeah, he's big unit, takes up space down there. And
Johnson off the high screen from Francis. Aiden Smith now back to Johnson. 5 on the shot clock, working against Perez. Trying to go back to the left hand, left it short. Ooh, tough spot for Perez as Johnson was at his feet. Couldn't corral that rebound, so another chance here for the Dinos. Up top for Francis. On the cut, on the roll. Now out to Sadalaskis. And on the sideline, it's 6th turnover now for the Dinos.
Yeah, good defensive possession error by the Pronghorns. On point with their rotations and switches.
Had 4 lead changes, 4 tied scores in that opening quarter. Parrott with a big first step and a good finish. Jackson Parrott, he's got 6 points in the game. The Pronghorns back in front by 1.
Yeah, good job by Pollard to hit him in stride, cutting through that seam.
And back on the other end, the screen and roll, and Francis with the flush. And a turnover there for the Horns, their 3rd of the game. Francis last played 23-24 for Aquinas College. Averaged 10.2 points and 7 rebounds per game. Perez and Parrott check out. Dalil back in for the Horns. It's out there with Fry, Baines, Pollard, and Lemieux. Branson has come back in for Calgary, who just inbounded the basketball. Johnson still running the point out there. Lots of burn. Drive and kick. Smith gets the feet set, but shot off the mark. Tracked down by Lou Dalil. Pollard, crossover. Trying to split the D. Drew another shooting foul. Kamani Pollard asking questions of the Dinos defense.
Well, he just uses his speed, and there's nobody on the Dinos. If he gets that one step by him, there's nobody on the Dinos that can kind of keep him in front. The rotations just aren't there. He's so crafty in his 5th year. This is the aggressive Pollard we were calling for, asking for last year.
Second foul on Dre Francis. He's going to head to the bench. Daniel Chijoke will replace him. Calgary, the defending Canada West champions, 5th in the preseason coaches poll. Horns qualifying for the playoffs as well last year after an 11-9 season, coming in 10th in the preseason coaches poll. Pollard makes them both. He's got 10 points now. And the Horns regain the lead by 1. Tough shot from Dollywall, but got it to go over Lemieux. He's feeling it tonight with 9 first-half points.
Once again, it just seems the Pronghorns have to work so much harder than the Dinos for every point they get. Make it look tough.
Skip pass to Fry. Attacks, left it short. Chijoke comes down with the defensive board.
Nice take there by Carter Fry. Just need to finish that at the hoop.
Johnson looking to penetrate. The step through, had nowhere to go. Knocked out of bounds by Baines. Still 10 seconds on the shot clock for the Dinos as Georgievic will come back in for Calgary. Solis back in for Lethbridge. And that's a long stint there for Johnson, who goes to the bench for the Dinos, doing well.
They had him in reserve last night.
Yeah. Oh, Pollard anticipates, steals ahead to Solis, and attacks the rack.
Textbook layup there by Solis, who just used the rim to protect the ball a little bit as he put it up against a much taller defender.
Solis has 6 off the bench. The Horns lead by 1. Back and forth we go here in this opening half. 6:20 left to go. Dollywall Long launch, didn't grab any rim.
Got to be ready for that.
And a bad pass there from Smith. Turnover, Dinos. Pollard on the move.
Dinos looking a little rattled right now.
Baines for three. Rebounded by Pollard. He's left alone. He has all day for this one. Nothing but nylon for Kimani Pollard. And with 5:57 left to go here in the opening half. Nice run by the Pronghorns. Timeout on the floor. They lead 32-28.
Yeah, good job by the Pronghorns. It's really the energy and momentum as Calgary standing around looking at each other a little bit. Not getting the same action on the offensive end. There's not as much flow. And outside of, give me a second. Johnson, when he was in, he was trying to get into the paint, but nobody else. They're settling for some long distance shots. Dollywall has attempted the last couple from distance, air balls. Lots of stuff there that Calgary can improve on.
Just the second three-pointer for the Horns in the game by Pollard. And it's so much it comes down to the defense, get some stops, spark the transition play, and the Horns now with 8 fast break points compared to just 3 for the Dinos. And they want to play that up-tempo game.
Well, I mean, Pollard had a tough start to last night's game, but since then he actually has been phenomenal for the last 5 quarters.
Yeah, 11 points so far for the Gardena, California native. 2 rebounds, 3 assists, a couple of steals, so he's showing his value on both ends of the court. Out of the timeout. Solis, Baines, Pollard, Lemieux, and Dalil for the Horns. Franson, Dollywall, Smith, Chijoke, and Georgievic on the floor for the Dinos. Dollywall, a high screen. Now looking for Chijoke on the block. Skip pass. Smith with 3 for 3. That was with a hand in his face. Aiden Smith, 35% three-point shooter last season, brings the Dinos back within 1.
Good execution out of that timeout. Again, just showing their veteran savviness.
Solis with the first step. Calgary has the height advantage, but give Solis and Pollard the speed advantage. Solis with 8, and the Horns back up by 3, approaching the midway mark here in the second quarter. Smith swings, Georgievic working against Lemieux. He likes to spin to that left hand, rims out. Pollard kept it alive, and Lemieux tracks it down.
He's a blur out there.
Pollard finds Solis. He's got all day. That left short, though.
No legs.
Yeah, and Dollywall rebounds. 34-31, Pronghorns ahead. 4:35 left in the opening half. It's been tightly contested here so far. Franson looking to go one-on-one against Dalil, and he travels. Yeah, the offensive set's not looking crisp here for Calgary the last couple minutes.
Just a great job by Dalil to stay down, right? He reached there for a second. I thought he was going to get beat, but he's got some length. You know, he has springs for legs, so, make the offensive player shoot over you.
So timeout on the floor. Pronghorns leading 34-31. Outscored the Dinos here 12-10. I got that backwards, Travis. 13-11.
It just seems wild, though. It's a 3-point lead for the Pronghorns, but the energy that they seem to be exerting for a 3-point lead, if you're Calgary, and again, you never want to just kind of rest on your laurels, but I feel like that's what they're doing. It feels like they're just saying, we'll let you hang around. We're going to flip a switch at some point. So for the Pronghorns, they just got to keep battling.
Yeah, Calgary's still shooting over 50%, but last night where they dominated with so many extra shots, they had 16 extra shots compared to the Horns. Shot attempts are even. Pronghorns have 22 field goal attempts. Turnovers. Calgary with 21. Just 3 turnovers for the Horns tonight. 9 for the Dinos.
Yeah, and only 2 offensive rebounds as well. So Pronghorns doing a good job. And the Dinos actually are settling, right? Like I said a couple times, they're only 2 for 7 from, or 3 for 8 from behind the arc. But it just seems they're settling, and the Pronghorns are getting to those long rebounds, which allows them to run out.
Even that 3 that Smith hit, Lemieux was right there, had a hand in his face. It was a great shot. So things not coming very easy for Calgary. And Beckett Johnson's back into this game now. Try to settle things down for the Dinos. Again, showing this zone defense. Horns were happy with their offense last night, scoring 87 points and missing a bushel of free throws en route to that. Baines, deep 3 ball. DeLille fighting for the offensive board, but corralled by Smith. Under 4 to go, opening half, and Johnson calls the set. Smith into the paint, the runner too strong, and DeLille kept it alive for Baines to collect.
Smart play there by DeLille. You wonder if he did it on purpose, but he just, like you said, kept it alive for his own teammate.
Pollard looking for a screen, got the step, now to Lemieux in the corner. Lemieux drives and kicks, Solis for 3. Good, Bryce Solis!
Legs were under him on that one, Marty.
He's up to 12 points off the bench. Horns ahead by 6, their biggest lead of the game.
Calgary's really predictable right now.
Yep. Chijoke from the corner.
1 and done.
Rebounded by Pollard. Under 3 to go opening half. Pollard to the cup. In and out, DeLille with the follow.
What a play by DeLille. He's really showed up tonight.
He's got 8, and the Horns build an 8-point lead. That's out of bounds on Daniel Chijoke. So 10 turnovers now for the Dinos compared to just 3 for the Horns. Timeout on the floor, 2:44 to go. Pronghorns with a surge here in the second quarter. Now leading 39-31. They've outscored the Dinos 18-9 here in this frame.
Well, and you know that it's the motor of Pollard and Solis that is really propelling this Pronghorn advantage. They keep attacking that in the full court. They keep attacking. They keep the Calgary defense uneasy. Don't let them set up into that zone, and that's really what's paying dividends for the Pronghorns right now. Offensively, the Dinos have just gone stagnant. They're very predictable. They're trying to get the high screen and roll. The Pronghorns are switching it, doing a really good job. And then the Dino shooters, I mean, they are 3 of 9 now, but they're just not knocking it down like they did last night.
Yep. Yeah, last night, well, the Dinos were just 4 of 21 from the three-point line, so we know they like to shoot the three-pointers. Last season, they were second in the conference in three-point shooting at 37%. But, of course, when you have Nate Petrone and Dylan Lutz, they're both marksmen from downtown, so could be understandable they might not shoot it as well this year. Out of the timeout, Pronghorns basketball.
Taking too long on this one.
Yeah, a little ragged here from the Horns. Johnson creates a turnover. Djordjevic on the floor, saved it. And now Smith looking to drive and kick.
Nice closeout by Perez.
Much more nimble on his feet, Perez, now from when he first came to the program. Smith for 3. Off the side iron. Sabalaskas into the game, offensive rebound. As we approach 2 minutes, Dinos with 5 on the shot clock. Djordjevic has to drive.
Offensive.
And a reach in there for Brady Baines.
Oh. That's tough. He extended his forearm significantly there.
I'm going to call it on the floor though, Travis. First foul on Baines. He'll go to the bench, replaced by Fry.
I thought Baines did a good job, kind of pulled the chair a little bit more than anything.
Colt Steele into the game now for the Horns. First year, 6'9" forward from Kelowna, BC. So just one team foul. We had a lot of whistles in that opening first quarter, Travis, but things have calmed down here in the second. So we've got Johnson, Smith, Georgievic, Sabalauskas, and Chijoke on the floor right now for the Dinos. It's Fry, Pollard, Steele, Perez, and Solis for the Horns. Now looking for Sabalauskas on the baseline. Rises and fires. Short. Offensive rebound. Georgievic keeps it alive, and now he'll get a shooting foul.
Yeah, Steele just not strong enough there to bring down the basketball, and Djokovic able to corral it and get that second chance opportunity.
Foul going against Steele. His first personal. So Georgievic to the free throw line, where he was 3 of 6 last night. Misses the first. One of 2 for Georgievic. He's up to 4 points, and that trims the lead to 7. Smith checking out, replaced by Dollywall. High post, Perez looking to work against Sabalauskas, and got it to go through a lot of contact.
He just willed that through there, Marty.
Perez first field goal of the night. Biggest lead of the night for the Horns at 9. Oh, three-pointer, big shot there for Martinez Sabalauskas. Approaching a minute left in the half. Pollard under control, pulls up from the free throw line. We got a timeout. Or we got a whistle anyways, with exactly a minute to go.
I think
Horns leading 43-35.
Yeah, they might be adding some time here.
Well, they don't have the correct score on the clock. They're just trying to correct that, I think. Horns want to finish this half strong, take a nice lead into the locker room for the break. Georgievic working against Steele, trying to bully him down, and got it to go. So
we saw a lot more of that last night, Marty, that bully ball by the Dinos.
Georgievic now up to 5, cuts the lead to 6. 35 seconds left in the opening half. Fry and Chijoke knocked that off of a foot, so a reprieve for the Horns here with 30.2 seconds left to go in the second quarter.
Yeah, maybe lucky too. I thought it went off Carter Fry's foot.
14 on the shot clock for the Horns on the end out. Wide open, Steele left in the corner, and hey, let the Rook cook from the corner. Makes his first basket of the evening, gives the Horns a 9-point lead. 19 seconds left, less than a second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. So Calgary can hold for this last shot. Colt Steele's first Canada West points, Travis. Dollywall calls his own number and drops it.
Answers.
2 seconds left, got to get it up. And the big launch. Kind of took a little bit too much time. They could have probably got at least a half court, but anyways, very fine opening 20 minutes all in all for the Lethbridge Pronghorns, as they have a big second quarter, outscoring Calgary 25-18 and take a 46-40 lead into the break.
Yeah, the Pronghorns brought the energy right from the opening tip, Marty, and did a good job executing the game plan. And the more they can get stops, the more they can get out in transition. Last night, Calgary had their way pounding the basketball, scoring at will, and it didn't allow the Pronghorns to get out and run. And tonight, they're getting a couple stops. Calgary's turning the ball over, and Pronghorns are capitalizing.
We're going to step aside for halftime. We've got some entertainers, some Indigenous dancers, singers, and drummers. So enjoy the halftime show. We'll be back for more Canada West basketball coming up from Lethbridge and Canada West TV. Welcome back, everyone, to the Co-op Center for Sport and Wellness in Lethbridge, Alberta. We are at the half in Canada West men's basketball, with the University of Lethbridge Pronghorns leading the University of Calgary Dinos 46-40. Marty Basita, Travis Gundel on the call. Thanks for watching on Canada West TV. Travis, a big second quarter for the Pronghorns, outscoring Calgary 25-18. How did they go about getting this 6-point lead at the half?
Well, all the hustle plays, Marty, are going the Pronghorns' way right now. And when you're getting to loose balls, when you're getting defensive stops, and you're getting out in transition, you make the game a whole lot easier. And that's how the Pronghorn roster is built. They want to get out in transition. They want to score before their opposition's defense is set up. So everything kind of went their way as much as it can against a quality team like Calgary in that second quarter.
Yeah, the Horns shot 67% in that second quarter. They were 10 of 15 from the floor, 3 of 6 from beyond the arc, and 2 for 2 from the free throw line. A big improvement over last night, Travis. Yeah. They missed 12 free throws on 30 attempts, kind of the difference in the game. But tonight, so far, 12 of 14 from the line, led by Kamani Pollard. He's 5 of 6 from the line, 13 points overall, 4 assists, 2 steals. And as you said in the first half, Travis, other than kind of a slow first quarter last night, he's been impressive over the last 5, I guess.
Yeah, and I mean, we shouldn't be surprised. This is the Kamani Pollard that I think we've wanted over the last couple of years, that he has taken a back seat to others on the team. And, you know, now he's the guy. He's the motor that makes this team go, and we're seeing that now. And his shot looks good. He's getting to where he wants to on the court. He's involving his teammates, maybe a little too much at times even. Like, he's doing everything right now on the offensive end. Bryce
Solis, another great game off the bench so far. He's got 11 points. Lou DeLille with 8, and Jackson Parrott with 8 points for the Horns. Leading the way, speaking of the bench, for the Calgary Dinos, Merjindra Dhaliwal didn't start as he started last night, but he had 15 points, including 4 3-pointers. Where would the Dinos be without his contribution off the bench?
Yeah, and I mean, a couple times I looked up to see Coach Van Horn shake his head when Dhaliwal would pull up from distance on early in a possession, but it's finding the bottom of the hoops, and he's shooting with confidence. So Pronghorn certainly got to tag him.
Beckett Johnson also, after not playing last night, the first-year player coming and playing almost 14 minutes tonight. He's got 6 points off the bench, so I'm sure the Dinos looking for a better start to this second half from their starters.
Yeah, and Bamanis, like you said, only 3 minutes, almost 4 minutes in that first half. So maybe he's reserved and has a lot of energy for the second.
Yeah, I picked up his first two fouls early in that first quarter, rode the pine the rest of the way. Also in foul trouble, Dre Francis only played 6:53. So to start the second half, Pronghorn basketball, Pollard, Parrott, Lemieux, Perez, and Baines on the floor. That ball just saved by Parrott.
Yeah.
Pollard launches a 3, and he hits another from downtown. Pollard now 3 for 6 from beyond the arc. Biggest lead of the night for the Horns at 9.
Yeah, and again, last night that was such a terrible possession to end the game, but you do feel like Pollard can get a shot whenever he wants, except for last night at the end of the game.
Yeah, Georgievic, Francis, Bomanis, Chijoke, and Dhaliwal starting this second half. So a shake-up for the starters. And we got an offensive foul on the first possession, as Daniel Chijoke picks up his second personal, team foul number 1. Turnovers, 10 for the Dinos in the first half, just 4 for the Horns. They played a tidy game, Travis, in the opening 20 minutes. Baines, pump fake. They're working around to Parrott, and a bad closeout there for Daniel Bomanis, and that's his third personal foul.
Pronghorn certainly good job by Kenny Otiano and the coaching staff, and how they adjusted to attacking this extended 3-2 zone of Calgary. And by getting that high screen, it creates a bit of a 3-on-2 on the wing.
Beckett Johnson has come in, replacing Bomanis. 5 on the shot clock. Pollard steps in from the free throw line, too strong. And that's Dinos basketball.
We'll see if the Dinos get back to what was successful last night, pounding that ball a little bit, backing down the smaller Pronghorn defenders and getting easier looks right at the hoop.
Yeah, points in the paint actually in favor of the Horns tonight. So far, 20-12. Dollywall. And got Francis rumbling to the hoop. Nice pick and roll there for the Dinos, and Dre Francis will head to the free throw line.
Yeah, slow rotation by Brady Baines on the weak side. They didn't have that problem in the first half.
Francis, who had 11 points, 8 rebounds last night, a perfect 3 for 3 from the line. His first attempts tonight. Makes 1 of 2, but Georgievic with the offensive rebound. Gives a reset here for the Dinos, now trailing by 8. Dollywall into the teeth of the D, nearly lost it, picked up by Johnson, 2 on the shot clock. Had to go and got the nice touch off the glass. Beckett Johnson brings the Dinos within 6. Baines got a step on Johnson inside the 3-point line. Brady Baines, first points of the night, restores a 8-point Pronghorn advantage.
Yeah, a good steady shot there from Baines. He's a shooter.
Dollywall draws the foul. So we had a lot of fouls called in the first quarter, hardly any called in the second, and now we've started the third quarter. Both teams have 2 team fouls, that going against Baines. His 4th personal.
The officials at halftime looked at each other and said, we didn't blow our whistle enough in that second quarter.
So Dollywall to the free throw line. Misses the first. One of 2 for Dollywall. He's now got 16 points. 44 points for the Dinos, 51 for the Pronghorns. Approaching 2 minutes gone here in the third quarter.
Here comes that high screen.
Got a collision, but Pollard pays no attention to it, drops another triple.
And tough play there for Joe Lemieux, almost.
And Perez drawing the offensive foul on Dre Francis, and that'll be his 3rd.
Well, Calgary's kind of losing her cool a little bit, and on that last possession that Pollard hit the 3-pointer.
Beckett Johnson and
Beckett
Lemieux
Johnson
getting
pulled him down, and
tangled up.
Refs missed it there. Bit of a cheap play, maybe.
Martinez Sabalaskis replacing Francis now, so Bomanis and Francis have 3 fouls each. Baines is on the bench for the Horns with 4. Bryce Solis has come in to replace him. Dinos into a man-to-man defense now. Solis, tough turnaround, rims out. They're going to get Lemieux with a foul, going for that offensive rebound. So 3 team fouls on each team, 2 personals now on Lemieux. With 7:31 left here in the third.
One thing that Joe Lemieux can do is set a solid screen, Marty.
Yes, sir. High screen for Johnson, couple actually, and he's got a lane to the basket. Left it.
Blew the layup.
Short though. Parrott in transition. Johnson backtracking, creates a turnover. Dollywall pulls up, short. And now Pollard will slow it down.
Yeah, smart decision there by Pollard. Again, a veteran move.
Crossover from Pollard, lost the handle. Now back-to-back turnovers for the Horns. And a foul for Solis. Probably not a bad one with Chijoke in the open court, but that'll be a 4th team foul on the Horns.
Good job by Solis to get back in defensive position too, so it wasn't a intentional foul.
Second personal on Solis. Into the game, Alexander Vukovic, first year 6'6" guard from Burnaby. He replaces Johnson, and Colt Steele coming in. as an early sub for the Horns, replacing Pollard.
Oh, he hit that three end of the second quarter there. It was a big moment for the Horns.
Chijoke inside, set his feet and got the nice touch off the window.
There's no way he's a first-year player, Marty.
Daniel Chijoke. I can only go with the information they give me, Travis. He's had a nice opening weekend here in Canada West play. He's got 5 points off the bench. But the Dinos are down 8. Solis got the step and nearly got the basket on a circus shot. And that'll be the first on Sabalaskas. Solis back to the free throw line where he's 2 for 2 in the first half.
Yeah, and again, anytime there's a switch and Pollard or Solis see a slow-footed Dino in front of them, they're attacking the paint. It's worked well for him here through the first 2.5 quarters.
The Horns have hit just enough threes. They're 6 of 13 from beyond the arc that Calgary has to be mindful. They
stay home.
Yeah, they're not sucking into the paint, cheating on those drives. So Solis remains perfect from the free throw line. 13 points off the bench, restores the Horns' lead at 10. Double screen up top. Georgievic for Chijoke in the corner, in and out, and Steele rebounds.
Yeah, nice rebound there by the freshman Steele.
Oh, Solis got his pocket picked. The Horns getting a little loose with the basketball. Chijoke for Vukovic. Back inside, and that was a tough pass for the big man to handle. Turnover for the Dinos, number 13 on the night. The Horns with 7. Solis, little hesitation and denied by Chijoke.
That's the second hardest block I've seen this weekend, though, Marty.
It is. Aiden Smith now coming in, replacing Chijoke for the Dinos. 7 seconds on the shot clock for the Horns on the end out. Parrott.
Nice fake.
Yeah. And he got the touch. Parrott showing some nice game off the bounce tonight.
Nice.
Smith, handoff for Georgievic. Inside for Vukovic. Got it on the window, left it short. Ball tapped out to Lemieux. Pronghorns' biggest lead of the night at 12, under the midway mark here in the third quarter. Looking to get to 1-1 on the season after the Dinos won by 5 last night. Lemieux trying to find some offense, double teamed and tipped out of bounds. 2 on the shot clock for the Horns. As Lou Dalil will come in now for Perez. Beckett Johnson back in for the Dinos, replacing Vukovic.
Good shift for Perez. Did a really good job moving his feet on the defensive end and not backing down from the larger Dino players.
Hayden Franson also coming in for Calgary. Just 2 seconds for the Horns to work with. Handoff to Solis. Had to chuck. Got it off. Got the rim. But that's rebounded by the Dinos.
Yeah, nice effort there just to get it up and off the rim.
Dhaliwal calls his own number again and knocks it down. Virgindra Dhaliwal leading the Dinos with 19 points. Cuts the lead to 9. Ball swung around to Lemieux, working on the baseline. Got stuffed by Smith. Stays with it. 4 on the shot clock. Parrott left it short. And the Dinos in transition. Had the numbers there for a minute, but Parrott gets back into the play. Franson wants it. Instead, Johnson takes it, left it on the rim, but the foul called against Colt Steele. His second personal, team foul number 5 with 3:41 left to go here in the third quarter. And Johnson to the free throw line, where who's 2 for 2 tonight.
Beckett Johnson just put his head down, wanting to get all the way to the hoop. Saw a mismatch there with Steele on him.
Carter Fry has checked in for the Horns, replacing Parrott. And a good trip for Johnson, up to 10 points now. And the Dinos trail by 7. Solis looking to get around Johnson into the paint. Fry now picks up the dribble. Steele, drive and kick. Pollard, one more to Solis. And he got it before the buzzer. Sharing the basketball, the Horns.
Great ball movement there. And Steele doing a real good job attracting the Calgary defenders, finding Pollard on the wing, and one extra pass to Solis.
Solis with his second three-pointer of the night, and the Horns back up by 10. Johnson looking to work against DeLille. Got it on the rim, but rims out. Pollard finds Fry. Corner three, short. And Smith with the rebound for the Dinos. 2:40 left to go in the third quarter. Dollywall pulls from the free throw line, in and out.
Nice
Good box out by Fry on Franson. Allows Pollard to get the rebound. Solis for three, too strong, and Sabalaskas rebounds for Calgary. Sabalaskas looking to work, and Steele with the steal.
You were waiting for that.
I was. Pollard, and he's fouled on the play. So Colt Steele living up to his name. And Pollard going to the free throw line.
Yeah, some good minutes from Steele. And again, a guy that Coach Otiano wasn't sure what he has yet. You know, he's got some length for sure, and but showing some offensive touch. Hit a three-pointer earlier, penetrated on the wing earlier in this quarter, and now with a pick.
So both teams in the bonus for this final 2:01 of the third quarter. And the good free throw shooting night for the Horns.
Much improved.
Continues.
Yeah.
Pollard now 7 of 8 from the line. He's up to 21 points, and the Horns lead by a dozen. Johnson, handoff to Smith, swings it to Dollywall.
He wants this.
Franson, back to Johnson, 5 on the shot clock. Franson working against Fry. Goes to the hook shot, short. Ball on the deck, and Pollard finds it.
Quick hands there by Pollard just to keep it from going out of bounds. Cat-like reflexes.
Oh, Pollard with a nifty dribble, and now Fry picked up the pivot before he put the ball on the floor. 8 turnovers for the Horns, 4 of them coming here in the third quarter. Still, the home side up 63-51 with 1:23 left to go here in the third quarter. Up top, Smith now for Beckett Johnson. Hand off to Dollywall. Looking to drive against Fry. Nearly got it to go, but Dollywall will head to the free throw line for 2. I'm not sure who they're going to give it to, as he was crunched by Fry and Fleming.
It's an instance, though, where Fleming's got to take one for the team. Just ask for that foul. Dollywall really carrying the offense for the Dinos tonight.
Just 2 of 4 from the line so far, though. So the teams have kind of reversed last night from the free throw line. It's Calgary now 12 of 18 from the stripe. The Horns 16 of 18. But just a big night here for Virgindra Dollywall. leading the Dinos with 21 points still. The visitors down by 10. 1 minute left in the third quarter. Pollard turns the corner. Oh, fancy footwork, and Lou with the follow.
You got to keep them off the glass. That's rule number one when you're playing against
effortless hops. And on the drive, nice from Arinze Aniagu into the game for the first time tonight. His first points brings the Dinos back within 10. 22 seconds left in the third quarter, about a 5-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Pollard holding. Now 5 on the shot clock. Pollard gave a little move there out to Fry up top. DeLille couldn't get it off in time though. It's a little bit too much time taken there for the Horns with 5.8 seconds left now in the quarter. Again, Calgary in the bonus. Don't want to foul here. They're going to bring Sebastian Perez in for this defensive play, replacing DeLille.
It's important 5.8 seconds here, actually.
Johnson, plenty of time. Out of control, but he somehow got it to go. He just dove into the defender. And Parker Fleming trying to state his case, but that's on the difficulty level. Yeah. That's almost a 10 for that bucket for Beckett Johnson.
Well, as a point guard, you anticipate he's going to look to attack to facilitate, and that's not the case, I think, at this point with Beckett Johnson.
No, he's got 12 points, and the Pronghorns lead 65-57. After 3, the Pronghorns scoring 19 points in that quarter, 17 for the Dinos. So the Pronghorns doing a good job of holding serve there in the third quarter.
Yeah, and, they did it with Pollard on the bench for a long stretch as well. So he should be fresh coming through this stretch quarter. And Solis on the bench to end that one there. And those for sure are the two that are keeping the Pronghorn energy up.
Yeah, Kamani Pollard leading the Horns of 21 points, 7 of 8 from the line. Bryce Solis, 16 points. He's 4 of 4 from the line. Lou DeLille, 10 points. He's 4 of 4 from the line. So I think we see a trend there.
Yeah.
And yeah, Merjindra Dhaliwal, 21 points off the bench. Did not start the first half. He did start the second half. He's 6 of 9 from the field, 5 of 7 from beyond the arc.
So he's cooled off from behind the arc, you're saying?
Yeah, 4 of 6 from the free throw line. He's added 4 rebounds as well. And then Beckett Johnson, another player, didn't start for the Dinos tonight. He's got 12, including that buzzer beater. Now we're looking at the starters here. Georgievic has 5. Trey Francis has 5, but only 3 points for Aiden Smith, who started. Bomanis has 2, and Sabalaskas has 2. So not a lot of firepower from the Dinos starters. And we'll see how their rotation goes here in the fourth quarter. You got to figure Beckett Johnson and Dhaliwal are still going to play a lot here.
Well, and, with Bomanis, it's a foul trouble that's kept him off the court, but you wonder if he sat too long or not. And like you said, Beckett Johnson's playing well.
Start the fourth quarter, Calgary basketball. They've got Francis Smith, Aniagu, Johnson, and Dhaliwal. For the Horns, it's Solis, Perez, Steele, Lemieux, and Parrott. So Pollard will start the fourth quarter on the bench. Hand off to Dhaliwal. Horns switch up top. Lemieux picks him up. Nice. Good defense from Lemieux, but good pass. But Franson couldn't finish it off on the back cut. Dhaliwal really threaded the needle to get that one through. Perez hands off to Parrott.
Yeah.
As Calgary's extended their defense now.
I was just going to say the same, yeah.
And Franson with a steal. Again, the Horns only had 4 turnovers in the entire first half. Now up to 9. And there's Franson again, rolling. This time he goes to the hook, too strong. Aniagu with the follow. brings the Dinos back within 6. High screen for Solis. Steele finds Lemieux, spins to the left hand and misses the hook. So good open here for the Dinos to start the fourth quarter.
That's a good look for the Pronghorns. They got what they wanted there. Lemieux just couldn't convert. Here comes the three. No.
Dollywall working against Parrott, moving his feet, and Steele reaches in. And Dollywall will head back to the line for 2. Third foul on Steele, first team foul on the Horns here in the fourth quarter.
Some changes here for the Horns.
Yeah, DeLille coming in along with Baines as Perez and Steele head out. Beaumonis now into the game for the Dinos. He has 3 personal fouls. Brady Baines coming back in with 4 personals.
Well, and again, Pollard sat a good chunk of that third quarter. Finds himself on the bench again right now. I know Coach Kenny Otiano just saving him for this stretch here, but when does he come back in?
Pollard's played 25 minutes so far through 3 quarters, Travis, so trying to steal some minutes here.
Yeah,
Good trip to the line for Dollywall. Game best 23, and this is the closest the Dinos have been in the second half, now down by 4. DeLille flashing, closed off there. Baines back to DeLille, looking to work, but Smith comes down on the double team and steals. Beaumonis, handoff for Smith, 3-ball on the way, big shot, Aiden Smith.
Timeout,
and a 9-0 run to start the fourth quarter, 7:59 left to go in the final frame. And Calgary, just like that, within 1.
Yeah, you know, they ended that third quarter with Johnson diving to the basket, getting that layup to go, and since then it's been all Dinos. Seems their defensive intensity really ratcheted up in that quarter break, and with Pollard sitting on the bench, just no answers for the Pronghorns.
Yeah, a couple turnovers for the Horns, turning into transition points for the Dinos. And also making some free throws. You know, a couple big 3-ball there from Aiden Smith, who's been pretty quiet tonight. And we talk about the rotation. We didn't know, like, Beaumonis comes back in, and he just presents that shooting threat.
Yeah.
Maybe spaces the floor a little bit better for the Dinos. So, hey, you knew they weren't going to go down without a fight here tonight in the fourth quarter.
For sure.
And we'll see if the Horns can regain their composure out of this timeout and start to have good possessions again on the offensive end as Pollard is going to come back in, Travis.
Well, and again, it's the Calgary defense that has led to transition points, or live ball stops has led to transition points for the Dinos.
So Solis, Lemieux, Pollard, DeLille, and Baines on the floor for the Horns. The Dinos persist with the zone defense. Solis fires a 3, big shot, Bryce Solis.
A nice response there on that possession by the Horns.
His third 3-pointer of the night. Horns by 4. Dollywall with the response, too strong. And DeLille rebounds for the Horns.
Yeah, good box out on his own guy there. Go get that rebound.
Brady Baines isn't going to win that jumping battle against Lou DeLille.
Nice job.
Solis keeps the dribble alive, now to Pollard. And fouled on the perimeter by Dollywall. Just the first team foul on the Dinos here in the fourth. First on Dollywall. Dinos with 3 timeouts left. The Pronghorns with 2 with 7:11 to go here in the fourth quarter. Pronghorns 68, Dinos 64. It's a 5-point Dinos win last night. DeLille, tough shot, turnaround. Oh, he got it to go. Lou DeLille, little shake and bake.
It's a Hakeem Olajuwon-esque.
6-point Horns lead. Smith leaves it. Beaumonis. Deep three, rebounded by Lemieux.
Yeah, good box out there by Lemieux, too.
Now Beaumonis, just his second shot attempt on the night. Baines for three. Too strong, and Smith rebounds for the Dinos. Beaumonis on the push. Swings it over to Smith. Now Dollywall off the screen. Looking to attack, and the soft touch.
Wow.
Virgindra Dollywall having himself a night here. 25 points. The Horns up 70-66. And now a steal by Beaumonis. Don't bring it down against Kamani Pollard. Leaking out Lemieux. And he got the layup. Nice pass from Baines.
Yeah, once again, Kamani Pollard saves the day for the Pronghorns. Gets the strip and steal and a headman to a wide open Joe Lemieux.
First points of the night for Lemieux. Back cut. Oh, DeLille came across for the block, but there's a whistle on the play. And DeLille can't believe it.
I don't think anybody in the building can believe it.
Second foul on DeLille, team foul number 2, and Dollywall will head to the free throw line yet again for the Dinos. 6 for 8 so far in this game. DeLille checks out, Perez in for the Horns. So Calgary has solidified the free throw shooting here in the second half. Staying within reach. Dollywall up to 27. 72-68, Horns ahead.
The clock can't tick down quick enough for the Pronghorns right now.
Oh, tough pass for Baines.
Good effort.
Good hustle from Brady Baines to keep it alive for the Horns. Pollard now on the drive, the float, left it short, the follow short. Ball up for grabs, and Dre Francis brings it home.
Pollard just couldn't get it up over top of the rim.
Beaumonis fouled in the open court by Pollard. Kimani's second personal, team foul number 3 with 5:15 to go here in the quarter. Now Jackson Parrott checking in for Solis.
See how long Solis sits on the bench. See if you can steal minutes from him too.
Branson.
Nice.
Now for Dollywall. Looking to drive baseline. Dishes it off to Francis. Too strong. They're just calling that out of bounds on the Pronghorns.
Said that Baines came from out of bounds.
So a reset here for the Dinos. Midway mark of the quarter. Now things getting physical between Beaumonis and Pollard. 4 team fouls on the Horns, 3 personals on Pollard. Just 1 team foul on the Dinos so far.
If the Pronghorns can maintain this lead, that could come into play. The Dinos can be extra physical.
Dollywall driving baseline, nice drive there, got it to go. 29 points for Mergindra Dollywall. The Dinos down by 2. Pollard driving, and that's a tough shot over Franson. Dollywall rebounds. And Perez affecting that shot. Pollard on the push, looking for help. Lemieux trying to drive against Francis, got shoved. So second team foul on the Dinos. 4:08 to go here in the fourth quarter. Lou DeLille looking to check back in for the Horns. Long with Solis. Perez and Baines coming out. Arinze Aniagu in for the Dinos. Solis left alone in the corner. Too strong. And Bomanis tracks it down. So the Horns going a bit cold here in the fourth.
The looks aren't as clean as they once were either.
Smith has a look. Got it over DeLille. Aniagu drops it down for Franson and fouled by Lemieux. Going to put the Dinos into the bonus with 3:47 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Franson with the chance to tie things up at the free throw line.
Well, and the difference here is Calgary's attacking. They're attacking the rim and they're getting rewarded by getting the whistles. The Pronghorns are right now settling for some outside shots. They're not getting the same whistles because they're not being as aggressive as the Dinos are.
So Franson, who's been pretty quiet tonight, makes a couple of big free throws to tie things up at 72. His first points of the evening. Going to be a nail biter here at the Co-op Center.
Yeah, the Dinos have made up that 6-point difference to start the fourth quarter. And there you go. Good job by Solis. Turns the corner. Make the refs make a decision.
That foul on Aniagu. His first personal team foul, number 3. So Solis heading to the free throw line. 4 for 4 so far tonight. Misses the first. One for 2 for Solis. He's got 21 points. The Horns lead by 1. 3:30 left to go fourth quarter. Dollywall. He's been a problem. Again attacking, and that's got to be in travel. Oh, he may have turned his ankle. This would be huge for the Dinos.
That one step.
Yeah, it was kind of screened out. I didn't see exactly what happened, Travis, but gets up a little gimpy after that drive.
Yeah, he looked like he tried to slow it down a little bit when he turned the corner, took that extra step, maybe rolled it over on that one as well.
He's going to stay in, try to shake it off. As the Dinos play the zone D. Parrott got a step, got to the rim, in and out. Franson rebounds for the Dinos. Franson finds Aniagu down low. And they said it was deflected out of his hands. So count the basket. The Dinos have their first lead in the fourth quarter, now up 74-73. Pollard asking for a screen. Gets it out, Solis left alone. Back iron, and Bomanis rebounds.
Yeah, you could see that was off as soon as it left his hand, but a good find by Pollard.
2:28 to go fourth quarter. Dinos now ahead after trailing this entire second half. Tough shot, Dollywall gets into his bag and lets the Horns know about it afterwards. 2:19 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Dinos 76, Pronghorns 73, and it's 31 points for Merjindra Dollywall.
Yeah, he just sized up the Pronghorns defense there. He got the switch that he wanted. He called for that screen to come. He wanted Parrott on that ISO and made his way into the paint.
Well, the Horns led by as many as 10 points here in the second half, Travis. How do they get focused back here out of this timeout and try to win this game?
It's got to come from the defensive end. They got to figure out a way to stop the Dinos getting to the hoop on every single possession. So if they can get the stops, then they, again, have gotten out and ran. Even in the last couple minutes, Pollard made a nice strip. He gets out and runs, finds Joe Lemieux on another one. And that's when the Pronghorns have success. But when they can't get the stops on the defensive end, when they have to take the ball out of bounds, Calgary's able to set up that defense, and it's been really tough for them to score over the top of that here in the second half, let alone the fourth quarter.
Yeah, the Horns just 3 of 11 from the floor here so far in the second half, and or in the fourth quarter, sorry.
Yeah.
And they've only scored the 8 points. So as a result, the Dinos out of the timeout have the 3-point lead. 3 team fouls for the Dinos as well.
Got to go back to this high screen up top here.
Pollard launches a 3, left short, loose ball. Lemieux battling, kept alive for the Horns.
Nicely done there by the big man.
DeLille to the hook, too strong.
No weak side rebound.
Yeah, Aniagu comes up with that rebound. Aniagu didn't play in the first half, but since he's come in, he's not scoring for the Dinos, but doing the little things to help them get the lead. And what a take by Dollywall. Now a 5-point Dinos lead. Foul called on Dollywall. His second personal, team foul number 4, with 1:44 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Horns looking for a clean look, but the defensive intensity from the Dinos carrying the day here in the fourth quarter. Pollard inside the 3-point line, knocks it down. So Pollard up to 23 points. The Horns down by 3, 1:33 left to go for. Dollywall now plays it out. Bomanis for Franson for 3. Short, Solis rebounds. 1:18 left fourth quarter. Solis driving. Got some space, but shot it too strong, and Franson controls for the Dinos. 78-75, 1:05 left fourth quarter. Calgary ahead, looking to sweep the weekend series. Dollywall with an early shot, doesn't matter. He can't miss.
$15 points, Marty, in this fourth quarter.
He's had an amazing night here. He's up to 36.
Oh, scratch that, 18 points.
Okay, 81-75. Dinos lead by 6. Under a minute to go. Pollard attacks, and they're going to count it. Pollard, big bucket there. Go to the free throw line, trying to complete the 3-point play.
Horns only have 1 timeout left, but they need to keep the ball out of Dollywall's hands here. There's no way to communicate that from the bench.
So a 3-point play
right
for
now.
Pollard brings the lead down to 3. 54 seconds left to go. Both teams in the bonus. Horns looking for a stop. Dollywall. Over for Smith. Looking to use as much clock as they can. Off the screen, Dollywall over Lemieux. Too strong. Baines rebounds. Pollard into the open court. 30 seconds left. 3-ball on the way. Too strong. And on the battle for the rebound, they're going to call a foul on Lemieux. 4 fouls on Joe Lemieux. 27 seconds left in the quarter. Georgievic coming in now for Smith.
Tough call there for Lemieux, in that he had both hands on the ball, so it makes it difficult to pull another guy down. That's what the ref was indicating.
Hayden Franson will go to the free throw line. And it looks like they're trying to steal some free throws, as he wasn't involved in the play. I think it was Aniagu who hit the deck. As our officials try to sort this out, Riley Karras and Ryan Thompson and Marla Van Gelder. Who's shooting these, Travis?
Well, Franson still thinks it's him.
Franson really wants to. He wants to step up in the moment. At the very least, this gives
both teams a bit of a timeout.
Teams time to reset. So Aniagu going to the free throw line. Didn't shoot a free throw last season, Travis. Has not shot one yet in Canada West. So
I remember watching him in high school. He's a Medicine Hat product, and he rose up to some clutch moments. This would be one.
All right, too strong. We got Lemieux and Baines down low, like not a real big out there for the Horns on this situation. Georgievic tapped it out, but the Horns secure. Pollard in the open court. Come on, Pollard brings it within. 21.3 seconds left to go.
Got a foul. Got a foul.
The Horns down by 1. But it shows they're up by 2 on the scoreboard. They don't realize they're down by 1. The score was incorrect on the scoreboard, and the Horns thought they were up by 1, did not foul, where in fact they're down by 1. Now finally the foul with 12.9 seconds left to go. And now Franson will go to the free throw line. Unfortunate series of events there for the Pronghorns. Now Franson with critical free throws here for the Dinos.
One timeout.
Franson calmly hits the first. Again, the Horns have Baines and Parrott, or Lemieux, on the block. As it's short. Aniagu secured it for the Dinos. What a huge play for Arinze Aniagu. Kept it alive for the Dinos, and now with 8.3 seconds left, leading by 2. Dollywall heading to the free throw line, looking to extend the lead.
4 precious seconds counted off the clock there, and now 2 opportunities to make another 2-possession game.
Dollywall misses the first.
He's been so good tonight, but he's missed the last 2 shots he's taken.
Horns got to get the rebound, if there is one. 1 for 2 and a timeout for the Pronghorns. Dollywall up to 37 points. 8.3 seconds left to go here. Final timeout for the Horns, trailing by 3.
So we'll go back to last night, Marty. Same situation. Pronghorns down 3 with 15 seconds left last night. A timeout called, and they couldn't get a good look. They basically dribbled out the clock before they got any sort of look at the basket. They got to go quicker tonight, obviously, because there's only 8 seconds left. But they got to get a clearer look at the basket.
Look at the three-point shooting tonight for the Horns. Pollard is 4 for 9. Solis 3 for 9. Colt Steele 1 for 1. They're the only ones to have hit three-pointers so far tonight. Obviously, you think of Brady Baines as a three-point shooter, but he's 0 for 2 tonight. And it really isn't in like Joe Lemieux's game or Jackson Parrott's game to hit that 3. Not quite enough time, I don't think, to get a 2 if it's easy to there and play the foul game.
Depending on who takes it out of bounds, the inbounder might be the most dangerous player in this scenario. I'd look at something, maybe have Solis take the ball out of bounds, inbound the ball, and get an action for him to hit the 3.
So it's Pollard, Baines, Lemieux, Solis, and DeLille on the floor. Georgievic, Dollywall, Beaumanis, Beckett Johnson, and Aniagu on the floor for Calgary. So 3 first-year players out there for the Dinos in this critical possession on the defensive end. Solis into DeLille, hand off to Pollard, picked up by Johnson. Behind the back dribble, 3-pointer, in and out! And Calgary mounts a huge fourth-quarter comeback here. They were down by 8 coming into the frame and outscore the Pronghorns 26-15 and hold on for an 83-80 victory. Between the 2 nights, the Pronghorns had a chance to tie it up both times but couldn't emerge with a three-point shot when they really needed it, and Calgary escapes with a perfect 2-0 record.
Well, a much better look at the basket there for Pollard, even still, and it might have been some contact, but refs let it play on. Just rims out, and you know Pollard's a guy, he's hit big shots before for the Pronghorns, so definitely something that he wishes he had another shot at that one.
Absolutely. Great effort from the Horns again tonight. The men's team going up against the defending national champions, and they've got a different look this year, but from what we've seen, especially from Merjindra Dhaliwal, I mean, maybe he could be the next Nate Petrone. He certainly was tonight. He scored 37 points to lead the Dinos, and they escaped with the 83-80 victory. Again, just a clutch fourth quarter performance for the Dinos, outscoring the Horns by 11.
Yeah, 16 points for Dhaliwal in that fourth quarter, and really that third quarter break, whatever Coach Van Horn said to his troops, it worked, because all of a sudden they were downhill. They everything they got was going to the basket, other than a couple of three-pointers from Dhaliwal, but otherwise it was all within 4 to 5 feet of the rim, and that was the recipe that worked last night as well. I don't know why it took so long for them to go back to it.
Better late than never, perhaps. Yeah. Calgary ended up shooting 47% from the field, the Horns 43%. Both teams made 8 three-pointers. Calgary started the game off poorly from the free throw line, but got much better in the second half. They ended up making 21 of 31 free throws. The Horns shot 18 of 21, but didn't really have the free throw attempts in the second half that they had in the first half.
And you know why?
Weren't going to the basket.
Correct.
I do listen to you sometimes, Travis. Plus 5 rebounds for Calgary, but again, Merjindra Dhaliwal, what else can we say?
Yeah.
He did it all tonight. 37 points, 11 of 17 from the field, made 6 of 9 three-pointers, 9 of 12 from the free throw line, added in 6 rebounds, and he carried the offense down the stretch pretty much all game.
Yeah, all game. I'm going to say he was the only guy that was firing on all cylinders all game for the Dinos, and some timely substitutions by the visitors. Just Azuri from Medicine Hat.
Arize Aniagu, second-year player, but didn't play hardly at all. He did play in the first half, and then all of a sudden on the defensive end made some big plays for them when they needed
100%, it. 100%, and so knowing your troops and executing down the stretch, they did a great job.
And Daniels Bomanis gets in foul trouble in the first half. No problem. You got Beckett Johnson dusting him off. Didn't play last night. He ended up with 12 points on 4 of 7 shooting, and can't discount that bucket he made at the end of the third quarter to make it an 8-point game going into the fourth quarter.
Momentum shift right there for sure.
Yeah, leading the way for the Pronghorns tonight, Kimani Pollard had 28 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists. Bryce Solis, 20 points off the bench. Lou Dalil with 12. We get to do this all again next week, Travis, as the Brandon Bobcats will visit.
Brandon beat University of